This man has just been trapped for 7 days. I can't stand it anymore. Here is the primeval jungle. Humanity is absolutely forbidden. Just wake up. There's a big bag on his head. When a man cuts with tweezers, there is a parasites up to 10 centimeters long. Hard to imagine this thing. How did it get into the skin? And this is just the beginning. More terrifying things are yet to come. Man called Old White, originally a rich second generation, loves adventure. Because I don't want to let my life, scratching the full stop while slowly passing away. So he disregarded the objection of his parents, resolutely embarked on the journey. The first stop, Laozi, came to Bolivia. There are jungles here. It's an adventurer's paradise. During this period, I met a man with glasses and bearded man. The man with glasses is a Swiss teacher. The bearded man is a photographer. 3 people who voted on the topic spent a long time in Bolivia. Old Bai also has the ability to use money. Experienced what is exotic and dry wood fire. On this day, an American who called himself a tour guide. I found the Old White who was about to leave. He claims to know a whole new line of adventure. The scenery along the way is not only beautiful, can find gold. Most importantly, only pay $50 fee. I'm a little excited to hear this. Find 2 friends. Persuade them to go with me. At first the bearded man did not agree. He thinks what Lao Bai said is unreliable. But when I saw the photos in the hands of the tour guide, bronze man is really fragrant immediately. Man with glasses. The 3 decided to go together. Then they took a helicopter. Came to the Amazon jungle. Just arrived. The eyes of the 3 were deeply attractive. I saw light through the gaps in the leaves. Sprinkle on the ground. Animals on the branches of the forest. Added a sense of mystery out of thin air. Under the guidance of a tour guide, the 3 meet the primitive tribe. The old restaurant Read and Write Jane Helly. I found the gold in the mouth of the tour guide. Other bearded men and glasses men also have a harvest. This makes all 3 very satisfied. Decided to follow the guide to continue in death. The kind tour guide also caught a monkey. Invite the 3 to have a meal of roast monkeys. But soon, something went wrong. Glasses man's feet rubbed off by mountain road. Limping when walking. Although the tour guide discovered. Wrap him up now. Others also for glasses men. Carry some luggage. But the man with the eyes still couldn't stand it. Just one night. The wound has festered. It could be life-threatening if you go any further. The tour guide suggested that the 3 of them camp in place. He went down the mountain for help. This adventure ends here. But the Old White and the bearded man. It's hard to get here. Not to mention it's not fun at all. I'm not happy to go back like this. So the bearded man Zhang Hui said a compromise. Since men with eyes can't walk, then why don't they go by water? Continue the adventure along the river. You listen to the method of the bearded man. Feel feasible. So he took 3 people to build a raft. Start a new round of adventure. All 4 were happy at first. But not far. The tour guide and the bearded man had a conflict. In the end, the 4 of them broke up. Eyed man chooses to go down the mountain with a tour guide. The Old White and the bearded man are ready to continue the adventure. But they never thought. This tick is forever. Then the old 2 continue to explore along the current. Without the restriction of tour guides. The 2 of them are completely remorseful. However, at this time, the river suddenly became turbulent. Come uncontrollably. Hit a rock. Stuck on top. Seeing that the raft won't last long, bearded man jumps ashore. Ready to be pulled up with Rattan Old White, but not yet to fight. After the wood is out of balance. The old self was directly torrented. Photographed in the water. After a long time, the old man crawled to the shore. All around. Lao Bai climbed through the rock wall to a dry place. Slept the night in a cave. Lucky to wake up. Old Bai heard the crash of the kettle. Looked down. He found his backpack. Float down from upstream. After getting the backpack, nothing inside is damaged. Lao Bai ate something to calm down. Follow the water to find the lost bearded man. But after searching for a day, I didn't even see a ghost. In desperation, the old man can only give up. I planned my route last night. Decide to go downstream. Try to find primitive tribes. In this way, Lao Bai walked on foot for 6 days. And when he was hungry and thirsty, accidentally found a black tree. Lao Bai almost didn't even think about it. Climb up quickly. But did not expect. A poisonous snake jumps in a tree hole. Old Bai can slip on his feet. Fell to the ground. Looking at the fruit on the tree. Old Bai is ruthless. Catch the poisonous snake with bare hands. Quickly stoned it to death. Snake meat with fruit. Lao Bai ate the most filling meal in recent days. Beautiful sleep. Continue on the road. I had the experience of eating snake meat yesterday. No matter what you find on the way, as long as it looks edible, just try to bite. But walk on, feeling, suddenly, something seems to be moving on the forehead. Lao Bai dare not open the knife. Just ignore it for now. And in the middle of the night, a jaguar is eyeing the old white. Fortunately, Lao Bai was not in trouble in the face of danger. Ignited the spray with a lighter. Scared away the jaguar. But the next morning, the bag on the head hurts more. Lao Bai opened a wound with tweezers. Something seems to be wriggling in there. Endure the pain. Laozi put his finger into the wound. From inside, a 10-centimeter parasite is placed. It's actually called a parasitic catfish. If you are interested, you can search. I won't go into details here. After treating the wound, Laozi hits the road again. Not far. Old Bai found a tree cut by knife. I thought someone was nearby, so walking and shouting. At this time, Lao Gui found 2 bird eggs under the fire. Don't care if it's clean. Lao Bai opened one. Just chewed. After some time, Laozi discovered a tribe, but it's abandoned. No one at all. The desperate old man can only stop, and due to the long journey, Old Bai's feet have begun to fester. If you go further, wounds become infected quickly, but the old white has no choice. Stopping now is like killing yourself. On the second day, Laozi continued on his way. It's only been half a day this time. Found a footprint. Looks like there's definitely someone nearby. The old man started shouting excitedly. But shouting and shouting, he saw the eggshell he threw yesterday. Apparently old white got lost. That footprint was his own. This made Laozi run wild on the spot. Hit the ground with a backpack. Vent for a while. Old Bai gradually calmed down. He remembered that the tour guide had told him, follow the river in the jungle. So the old will regain confidence. Decided to keep following the river. At the same time, the bearded man was also caught in the water. Rushed downstream. 2 locals found him by chance. Wait for the bearded man to wake up. Find the local police. The police dispatched the helicopter. Go to the jungle to search for Lao Bai. But I didn't expect that because the trees were too dense. Although Lao Bai found the helicopter in time, and took out the red cloth and shouted. But the bearded man still didn't see Laozi. Guan Zinan, who is searching, does not give up. Back to the police station. Local police persuade bearded man to give up. Because an ordinary person. Impossible in the primeval jungle. Nearly 3 weeks. But fortunately in the end, bearded man hold on. Sheriff recommends an aboriginal, bearded man together. Go deep into the jungle by boat to find. And the other side. The old self who passed by the helicopter, lying on the ground in despair. At this time, Lao Bai heard the woman's cry. Follow the sound. Discovery is an aboriginal woman. It's been hard to see humans for days. This is undoubtedly for the old white. Brought great inspiration. 2 people who are also trapped. Find something to eat during the day. Sleep together at night. But as you zoom out, Old Bai's arms are actually empty. Apparently the aboriginal woman. It's just an old white fantasy. Wait until Lao Bai finds out this cruel truth. Mental breakdown again. What he can do, just keep going. As the foot infection becomes more and more serious. Frequency of hallucinations. More frequently, half asleep half awake. Lao Bai stepped on the air. Into the swamp. In an instant he wakes up. Strong desire to survive. Let the old self subconsciously grab the grass next to it. But a grass can't bear the weight at all. Soon to be uprooted. Just when it's about to be submerged. Old Bai struggled to hold a leaf. Try to climb out of the swamp. Fortunately, the rhizome of this leaf is tough enough. Laozi crawled out of it. But just landed. The consciousness of the old self was once again thrown into confusion. He can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy. In blurry vision, Old Bai saw a tree covered with red ants. Let this ant bite. Pain like a tube fire. May even kill. But for the delirious old white, pain is the best stimulant. So the old white climbed under the tree, vigorously shaking the trunk. Let the red ants fall on you. Rip your own skin. Taking advantage of this rare awakening, Old Bai quickly ran to the river. Make a Y with wood. Waiting for rescue. At this time, Lao Bai saw a turtle. Hesitated for a long time. He still can't let go. The next day, the bearded man happened to be. Found the old white mark. But it was wrong. You did not find the old meeting. There is no way a bearded man can only boat ready to leave. And at this moment, Old White sleeping in the mud also saw the bearded man. But at this time the old man, it's hard to even stand up, not to mention shouting. Good word seems to come to mind. Suddenly turned around. Old man standing by the river. The film is called The Jungle, based on true events. Main character, Yasukinspo. It is worth mentioning that, after Jowa escaped, the tour guide and the spectacled brother are missing. I found out later. The tour guide is a wanted criminal. Before Jossie and them, I have taken many tourists to the jungle, to murder. Then Yossi and the bearded man. We've traveled a lot together, until Joseph's late years. He's back in Bolivia. In this one. Almost killed him. Open an eco hotel. Guard this piece, full of charms, and deadly jungle. Married this video is here. I am and listen. If you have a movie you want to see, can message me. See you next time.